Hi everyone, welcome back to Mohana Astrology. Rajshri here. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about Saturn's transit to Aquarius and the impacts of this transit on us. Saturn's transit in Aquarius is divided into two parts. The first part is happening on 29th of April 2022, and Saturn, when moves to Aquarius on 29th, he will be there till 12th of July 2022. There he also retrogrades and comes back to Capricorn after that. Thereafter, on 17th of January 2023, Saturn re-enters Aquarius and stays there for next almost 2.5 years to complete his journey in Aquarius. Now, Saturn is a planet. When he passes over a moon sign, it not only impacts that particular moon sign, it also impacts the sign which is previous to that and the sign which is next to that. And we all know that it's called Sadesati. Now, while in transit, Saturn also impacts the 4th house, the 8th house, and the 10th house from itself. And then comes the aspects of it. So you can understand why Saturn is called the mighty planet. With just one move in transit, Saturn can create a whole lot of change in everyone's life. Therefore, if you are running a Saturn's Mahadasha or Antardasha or not, this transit of Saturn is going to impact you, that's for sure. But people who are going through Mahadasha, Antardasha, or Saturn is very prominently placed in your chart, holding some yogas as well, they are going to experience the results more intensely, good or bad. Now, during this transit, there are a few important factors that we need to take into account while analyzing this transit and its impact. Listen to these points carefully. Number 1, Saturn enters the natural 11th house, which shows gradual growth, gradual progress. Second point, Saturn, while going to Aquarius, will be moving to his Mool Trikon sign. And in Navamsha, he will be placed in Libra Navamsha. Now, Saturn moving to the Mool Trikon sign and in Navamsha placed in the exalted sign of Libra, it is an extremely powerful Saturn. Now, Saturn in Aquarius signifies equality, justice, and his placement in Libra Navamsha further intensifies these traits. So during this transit, the main theme will be sorting out right from wrong, finding out the practical and functional solutions to the problems, and discarding the dysfunctional ones. The same placement will again happen when Saturn comes back to Aquarius in January 2023, but I'm going to discuss that later when time comes. Coming to the third point, Saturn here in Aquarius will be greatly and indirectly influenced by Mars. The reason being, Saturn is in Dhanishta, and when he moves to Aquarius, he will still be in Dhanishta. So this influence of Mars and the nakshatra Dhanishta in Aquarius, it shows that the focus will be on financial growth, focus will be on financial stability and working hard for it. Interestingly, both Saturn and Dhanishta nakshatra shows disinterest in relationships, disinterest in marital relationships. So many relationships and marriages can actually take a back seat and finances will take prominence. Some of the relationships or marriage can also go through some challenging phase during this time. Let us now find out what to expect when Saturn moves to Aquarius as per your moon signs. Aries. Saturn will transit to your 11th house on 29th. It is a positive transit for you. Actually, the best transit of Saturn. It promises professional growth, promotion, financial gains for you. For some of you, unexpected gain of money can be there too. This transit can bring marriage for some of you. There may be some concern related to your children. You also need to take care of your own health. Saturn will move to your 10th house on 29th. During these 2.5 months, you need to be careful of your mother's health. High expenditure can bother you. Some of you may be thinking of changing the career path too. There may be reduction of your social status. Journeys far from your home can be there. Gemini. For you, Saturn will briefly move out of your 8th house between 29th April and 12th July and will move to the 9th house. During this phase, you are definitely going to feel much relieved because the heat of the 8th house is a bit too much to take when Saturn passes through the 8th house from the moon. However, some financial loss may be there, and this will be a good period for you for spirituality. Cancer. Saturn will briefly visit your 8th house between end of April and mid-July. This is not a good transit for you. Be careful of health issues and mental anxiety during this time. There can be some setbacks in your finances and profession too. During this period, you may take a life-changing decision. There may be differences with the children or some concern about them can be there. Leo. After 29th April, Saturn will come to your 7th house. For the next 2.5 months, he is going to stay there. During this phase, partnerships, both personal and professional, will need care. Be very careful if you are in partnership business. Your relationship with your spouse will need a lot of care, a lot of attention. Parents' health will require attention as well. Be careful of your own health. Work-related travel can happen for you. Virgo. Saturn will make a short trip to your 6th house between end of April and mid-July. This is a very positive move of Saturn. Doing well in competition, overcoming opposition and enemies are indicated for you. Some wasteful expenditure can happen. Foreign travel is also possible. Concern related to siblings can be there. Libra. Saturn will make a quick round in your 5th house between end of April and mid-July. If you have investments in shares or stocks, you need to be careful so you do not make loss. Avoid conflicts with all relatives, friends, or spouse. Children will do well, but take care of their health. Scorpio. Saturn's transit in your 4th house between end of April and mid-July can create circumstances for transfer, relocation, or change of residence. Some professional worries will be there too. Unwanted expenditure can happen. For some of you, there may be a situation of sadness at home. Try to avoid conflicts with people and take good care of your health. Sagittarius. Saturn will briefly move to your 3rd house between end of April and mid-July. These 2.5 months, you are going to feel relief from the effects of Sarisati. The initiatives you take during this time will give beneficial results in future. Some of you may get promotions or a new job. Take care of your mother's health. Capricorn. Saturn will move to your second house between end of April and mid of July. You will feel easing off this tremendous pressure that is on you during these 2.5 months. However, finances may cause some concern and you need to reduce your expenses. Try to maintain harmony at home. Maintain good relation with friends too. Health needs care. Aquarius. Between 29th April and mid of July, Saturn will come to your sign, creating peak of Sadhisati for you. Some of you may need to be a bit careful about your own health and mental stress. There will be additional responsibility on you. It may be because of your family reasons, maybe because of your work, or may just be because of your own health. Now, spouse's health will also need care. There will be some change in your profession. Pisces, Saturn will come to your 12th house between end of April and mid-July. This will, for a brief time, create first phase of Sadhisati for Pisces moon signs. Be a bit careful of health, and foreign travel can be there too. A good amount of expenditure is also possible. Take care of your finances. So everyone, this is what I had to share about Saturn's brief transit in the sign of Aquarius between end of April and 12th July. Now Saturn will come back here in 2023 January, and the results are going to change then because rest of the planets will move and their impact on Saturn is going to change the results of Saturn from what is going to give now. So I'm going to discuss those later when time comes. For the time being, let us pray for the best, and thank you so much. May God bless us all.